Warning It's Dirty is so much fun, and it might be one of my favourite Two and a Half Men episodes in quite a while. This is the 11th episode of the 7th season of Two and a Half Men. This is directed by James Widdoes, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through various aspects chronologically and share some thoughts. And it starts off immediately establishing the Christmas theme. Alan has written a holiday letter, which Charlie reads out, and I have to say it's an absolute delight. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's definitely very funny as well. Jake is then watching a girl on the beach, and Celeste is away for the holidays with her mother. So Charlie tells Jake he's too young to be in a committed relationship. Go and talk with the girl. Not good advice. We've had some really good character development from Charlie recently, where we've seen a lot of maturity, and that's an absolute delight to see. But we still get a glimmer of the original Charlie every now and then, where he has some really unhelpful advice, and I think it's safe to say that that is definitely the case here. And Evelyn then comes in with Carl Reiner. He's playing a character called Marty Pepper, and he's an absolute delight. He is so funny in this episode, and we have some really great interactions with Berta as well. Berta's in really good spirits. It's just a really happy, light-hearted, for the most part, episode, and it's an absolute joy. And then we have it has to be one of my favourite John Cryer performances ever. Charlie is at the piano. Evelyn is singing Jingle Bell Rock, and Alan comes out from, I think, the kitchen and then starts to join in as well. And initially, Evelyn seems really happy about this, and it kind of made me think it's surprising that Evelyn and Alan don't get along more than they do, because I feel like she's quite flamboyant, she's quite showbiz. We can say the same thing about Alan, and I think they could get along really well, and I can see them having a lot of performances together like this in their home after a couple of glasses of whatever, and it's just surprising when we have moments like this, because it seems like they're maybe more alike than they'd like to admit. And then Alan gives this just incredible vocal performance. His choreography is fabulous, and I absolutely love it. And Evelyn is trying to get him to stop, and she screams Alan at him, and it's so funny. And Alan's facial expression, the way he responds to it, I just absolutely loved it. And then we get the one part of the episode that's maybe a little more serious, maybe a little bit more dramatic. There's a knock at the door, and it's Celeste and her mother. They've come to drop off Jake's Christmas present. Jake is currently out with his girlfriend, so Alan and Charlie make up a lie. They're trying to get rid of Celeste. It seems like there's not going to be an issue. And then Jake and his girlfriend, that's not the right word to use, Jake and his current date arrive in the doorway. And needless to say, both girls are upset by this, because Jake said he didn't have a girlfriend, and well, as Celeste said, he doesn't, because she's clearly just left him in that moment, and who can blame her? So that's probably the only, I guess, slightly serious part of the episode. The rest of it is light-hearted and good fun. And then Chelsea walked in the room, and I'd completely forgotten about her. It just didn't occur to me that she wasn't there, and I'm not tremendously surprised, because as I've mentioned before, I don't really care for her very much. I don't dislike her. There's not really anything about her that's unlikable for the most part, but I just don't care about her. I don't care. So I didn't really realize, it didn't register that she was missing for pretty much all of the episode. And then we have the final scene. Everybody's sitting around the dinner table eating Christmas dinner, and it's very festive, and then Marty pretends to be dead, and it was just a really fun, light-hearted way to end things. The Christmas decor in the house, absolutely stunning. It's really, really a beautiful episode to look at. We have some great music. As I said, one of my favourite John Cryer performances ever. And despite the fact that I'm watching this in July, it put me in a really happy, positive, festive mood, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I feel like, on the one hand, it's probably so far my favourite episode of season 7 with this rewatch. But it might be one of my favourite episodes of all time. Certainly if you asked me to name my favourite episodes, I doubt I would have mentioned this one. But I have to say it's pretty perfect. Warning It's Dirty is an absolute delight, and I'm sure it's one that I will watch probably again, maybe around Christmas time, certainly not too far away. I want to watch Alan singing Jingle Bell Rock again. Absolutely love it. Really fantastic episode.